here goes nothing. I've had a lot of friends and people who follow me on Instagram ask me how I do my eyeshadow, contour, eyebrows. So I decided to start a YouTube. Just gonna go ahead and wing it. Today I'm gonna do a smoky eye, I guess. Something that's wearable from day to day. Well, I think is wearable. It's probably not for some people who don't really wear a lot of makeup, but I'm gonna be using the Tarte Amazonian Clay palette. There's 6 different shades, 2 I guess kind of deeper shades, and a blush. And then I'm going to use my new Kat Von D Shade to Light contour palette. Okay, I already have my eyebrows done. I already have my primer for my eyes. This is the Soft Ochre Paint Pot by MAC. It's what I use to prime my eyes and carve out my eyebrows, if you can see. Go ahead and get started. I already have moisturizer on my face. I use the CeraVe Moisture Lotion. And then I'm gonna prime my face with L'Oreal Paris Revitalift Miracle Blur Instant Skin Smoother, and it's oil free. Just gonna go all over my face with this, and it's going to smooth out my pores. And then for foundation, I'm gonna use the Revlon Color Stay. I prefer this over a lot of high-end brands. This is the color Sand Beige. 180 is the number. I'm gonna just kind of get it on my finger like that and apply. I wasn't gonna do a talk through for the first video. I was just gonna do a voiceover, but I figured since it's my first one, I'd be a little more personal. And for blending this foundation in, I'm gonna use my Sigma F80. I'm gonna go ahead and buff all that in. I love this foundation because it gives you a like satin finish. Every time I have this on, someone is always asking what foundation I use. And when I tell them this one, they're like, what, Revlon? I'm gonna move on to eyes because I don't like to do my contour and concealer and all that underneath my eyes, because if I'm doing something with darker colors, I don't want it to fall under here and have to go in and wipe it all off. We're just gonna wing this. I guess I'll do something more wearable, nothing too dark. Since I already have my foundation on, I normally don't do this, but I'm gonna use some Scotch tape so we don't have so much fallout and I don't have to go under and clean it all up. And so I just stick it on the back of my hand, rub it, that way it doesn't pull your skin too much. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and stick it like this. And I did prime my eyelids so the colors blend better. I'm going to go over my primer with a little bit of powder, and I'm going to use this color, and it's called Lyric. Using a Real Technique setting brush and just kind of pat it on there so it can set everything. I am gonna go in with the lightest shade in this palette, which is this one, using my Sigma eye shading brush. It's an E55, and I'm gonna take a little bit of that on the brush and tap it and go in underneath my eyebrow and kind of highlight an inner eyelid. And it's not a very intense highlight, so we don't want anything too stark white. Okay, I keep saying so, I need to stop. I'm probably like cutting myself off, I'm so sorry. And then I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna do a transition shade. A lot of people ask me how I get my shadow to like kind of do like a horizon look. And you do that by using a transition shade. Instead of just going straight to dark, like too harsh, not blended out really, I use a transition shade. And I guess I'm gonna go in with this second color. So in the middle of recording just now, my camera notified me that my memory was full. So I had to run all the way to Walgreens and get another SD card. I had stopped where I was doing my transition color and I took my tape off because I didn't want to go in to Walgreens looking like a fool. Now I'm going to go in with the tapered blending brush E40 And I'm gonna go in, whoops, with these two shades. Okay, and then I'm gonna start at the back and just start, I don't know if you can see, start blending it in. And this is gonna be more of like a cool toned smoky eye. Okay. Just keep packing it on until you get your desired color. So once I'm done with that, I'm going to take E25. I don't know if you can see, there you go. So I'm gonna take that one, and I'm gonna take this bottom middle shade. It's the one that I had blended together, but I'm gonna take that one by itself and just kind of build it up in that back corner to make it a little deeper, kind of deepen up the crease. Just keep packing it on. So after that, I'm gonna go in with this purple shade, this really dark purple shade. It's like super pigmented. Just gonna take a little bit of that. Tap it off, go in, just in that crease. Deepen it up. And you want to build this. You don't want to like pack on too much at one time, because then it'll be really hard to blend. So right now it kind of looks a little blown out, and I'm gonna go in with that taper blending brush. Just kind of blend that out so it doesn't look so harsh. I'm gonna go in with my E55 Sigma brush. That's the one I used first. I'm gonna take that light color that I had used to begin with and just go right here underneath my eyebrow and kind of clean up anything that went above where I wanted it to. And go in again right here. And just lighten it up a little bit. And I guess I could go in with a little more purple in the corners. Okay, so I'm gonna go in. I put a lot on my brush. So I'm not gonna sweep it back and forth. I'm gonna kind of keep it in the same area. My daughter's screaming right now. Okay, there we go. That's more like it. Let's cover these lights a little bit so you can really see. I took the tape off. I had it with those things. You can keep them on if you want, if yours are staying on. Just gonna go in and kind of blend this in. Okay, now for winged liner, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna use this NYC liquid liner. Let's go ahead and do this. This is the most nerve-wracking part. This one is a little more sharp than this one, so I'm gonna sharpen this one up. I'm gonna use my Wearable black wispies. I don't know if you can see them. There you go. First I'm gonna put some mascara on, and I'm gonna use the Lorac Pro. Normally when I put lashes on, the glue still kind of shows, so I'm gonna go and clean that up with the same liquid liner that I did my winged liner with. I'm gonna go ahead and start with the contour process. My favorite concealer to use for underneath the eyes and highlight is the Master Conceal by Maybelline 10 Fair blender. I'm gonna blend it out with a damp beauty blender. Okay, just put it in areas that you want to make stand out. My nose, the bridge of my nose, I put it on the bridge of my nose so I can go in and bronze up the sides so it'll look like I kind of have a more narrow nose. But I'm gonna go in and blend it out with my beauty blender. Okay, I'm done, and now my face looks particularly white. Now we're gonna go in and set my concealer with my Real Technique brush that I use for my eyes to set, and we're gonna go in with that same middle shade in the Kat Von D palette, which is called Lyric, and I guess I'm gonna mix it a little bit with Levitation. So these two, I'm gonna mix them together and then put it underneath my eyes where I put all my concealer. My camera just stopped recording again because it said the temperature was too high, so I turned it off and let it cool for a little bit. I'm gonna try to hurry up and wrap this up. I may speed through whatever I'm gonna do after this just so you guys don't lose me again. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with the pencil brush. It's an E30 from Sigma, looks like this. And I'm gonna go in with, I think it's these two. I'm putting that underneath the eye so it doesn't look too bare. And then I'm gonna take that purple shade, just a little bit of it, and go in to kind of deepen it up. And I'm gonna take my E40, the blending brush, and just kind of buff underneath there so it doesn't look so harsh. Put some mascara on those bottom lashes. Now we're gonna go into contouring and bronzing. I'm gonna again use my Shade to Light palette, my holy grail. My husband bought this for me for Valentine's Day. I was ecstatic. I was so excited when he bought it for me. This is the large angled contour brush. It's a Sigma brush. It's the number is F40. This is what it looks like. It's not wanting to focus. There we go. So I'm gonna take these two shades. This is Shadow Play and Subconscious. So I'm gonna kind of mix both of them and tap off the excess. And wherever the hollows of your cheeks are is where you're gonna want to put the product. That's where you're gonna want to start. And you don't want too much because it's gonna look like a big blob of just bronzer on your face and it's gonna be kind of hard to blend out. So starting here, work with a little bit at a time. Okay. It looks so much darker in person than it does on this camera. And then you want to go up here in your forehead and deepen up the sides. If you have a bigger forehead, you can do this. I mean, you don't have to, but my forehead's kind of large and in charge. So we're gonna go ahead and do this step. And since my contour is not as dark as I would like it to be, I'm gonna go in with the darkest shade. I'm gonna go in with very little because I don't want it to be overpowering. But I'm just gonna stick it right in the back where my hairline is. Kind of deepen it up, yeah. And I'm also gonna take whatever's left on my brush and just kind of go underneath my chin. Okay. And then I'm going to take this brush. This is the Real Techniques blush brush. I'm not going to use it for blush. I'm going to use it just to kind of blend it out a little bit more because it has no product on it. Earlier, I'm going to contour my nose because I feel like I kind of have a little bit of a wide nose. So I'm going to narrow it down by putting bronzer on the side. And I'm going to use this Sonia Kashuk brush. It doesn't have a name. It's kind of like the E40. My camera turned off again. So while it was cooling down, I just went ahead and contoured my nose. I used that middle shade in the Kat Von D palette, and I ran it down the side right here, down this side, and underneath my nose, and kind of up in the brow area. So now I'm going to highlight my cheeks with my absolute favorite highlighting powder is the Becca highlighter in the shade Opal. Something. I'm gonna take this Eco Tools brush. It's a fan brush. You can take really any brush you want, but I like this one because it's easy to get on the cheeks. So I'm just gonna go on my cheekbone and then I'm also gonna take a little bit and just put it down the bridge of my nose. And kind of up into my forehead, and then also on my cupid's bow. So I'm just gonna go in with this huge, well, large powder brush by Sigma. It's the F30, and I'm gonna take the Josie Maron powder. I don't know what shade this is. Light to medium. I'm just gonna pat it on down there. Okay. And then blush. I'm gonna use this Sigma Duo Fiber brush. It's an F50. And I'm gonna take my favorite blush of all time, the MAC Mineralized Blush in the color Lovejoy. And dip my brush in there, back it off, and just put it on the backs of my cheeks. Not really the apple, just kind of towards the back. Okay, now all we have to do is our lips, and I'm gonna keep it really simple and just use the Urban Decay Sheer Walk of Shame. It looks like this. It's like, it looks really nude, but it's not. It's really sheer. Okay. And there you have it. My camera turned off 3 times, but we finally made it to the end of this video. And you got a smoky eye out of me and a contour tutorial out of me. Dedication is key. Thank you guys so much for watching, and all the people who have supported me, especially my husband. The past couple weeks, he's just given me a boost of confidence. And I really appreciate that. I really appreciate all my friends and family who have supported me and have pushed me to do this. I don't have a lot of confidence in myself, so the fact that others have confidence in me makes me want to work really hard. And I appreciate that so much. Send me some good vibes. Share with your friends. Follow me on Instagram. Follow my makeup Instagram. It's called makeuplunatic_. And on there it'll have a link to my personal Instagram if you choose to follow that as well. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that I didn't disappoint you, and I hope you guys learned something. Hope you guys have a blessed day or night or a weekend, whenever you decide to watch this. Please share, like I said, and follow me on Instagram and follow me on YouTube. I would greatly appreciate it. So thanks, bye.